We are in the middle of fall, and of course pumpkins are a hot item this time of year, but what about showing a little more love to pumpkin's cousin, the squash, right?
Especially winter squash today.
That's right, winter squash. We want to welcome Chef Pete Lauren from Nino Salvaggio's. It's always nice to have you here. You always bring such a stunning display.
I just love squash too, so we tried so many different recipes out, and they're all on your website, so you can try them all.
Okay, good. All right, so let's start with just telling us about this winter squash. Is it only really available right now?
Certainly Michigan winter squash is only available right now, and we have a lot of different varieties here right now. Summer squash is available all year long, and that would be zucchini, yellow squash, things of that nature, the soft ones. The ones with a hard shell, typically you start seeing around late August, September, especially Michigan ones, and I have here so many to talk about, and I've made some recipes. Just starting over here on the far side, we're going to make a recipe from calabaza squash, which is an heirloom pumpkin. We have here buttercup, we have butternut, we have spaghetti squash, the little pie pumpkins, which is what you should use for pies, acorn squash, sweet dumpling squash, so many different squash to talk about.
Oh my gosh, it's endless. All right, so what are we making here,
What we're going to do here real quickly is we have here some calabaza squash, and we're going to add to it a couple of eggs. You can add either 1 or 2 eggs, and we're going to make a fritter, okay? You know, you go to the cider mill this time of the year, and you end up getting these great cinnamon donuts. Well, this is what we're going to make. And so far I have some squash, I have some eggs, I'm going to add some sugar. This is basically a one-stir kind of a recipe. Just put everything together and stir it up. Now this is about a cup and a half of self-rising flour. If you don't have self-rising, you can just use regular flour and a little bit of baking powder. I have here some pumpkin pie spice and some oil. Real simple, and again, you have all the recipes. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this. While I'm stirring up this, let's talk about some of the other items I have over here.
Yeah, you've got so many uses for this squash.
Oh, absolutely, and I've got on the far side, I have some wonton skins, and I filled the wonton skins up with a little bit of pumpkin and cream cheese that's sweetened with sugar. The very top here, I have eggplant, and the eggplant has been rolled around spaghetti squash, and it's basically a nice meatless entree. It's great for the wintertime. Right below it here, I have a soup made from roasted acorn squash, and it has a little bit of chicken stock in it, and it has, of course, some bacon on top and green onions. It's just a fabulous hot soup for the wintertime.
And another sweet treat
We have a little sweet treat in the front, which is a pumpkin roulade with walnuts. We have some muffins here, and these are the fritters that I'm making right now. Okay, so we've taken this. Oh, in the front I have some pumpkin brulee, and I have some actual, look at that, julienne pumpkin. Most people don't think of julienne pumpkin as something you would have as a vegetable, but it works great. So I have here, I've mixed up all of this. You're just going to take about what, a tablespoon would that be? Maybe a little bit more. And you're going to drop it into hot oil.
And what temperature do you need the oil to be?
The oil should be about 350 degrees.
Okay.
And it's going to fry. It's going to pop up here in a second, you'll see. And it's going to fry for about 3 or 4 minutes. And then you're going to roll it in granulated sugar. And this is what they look like at the end. Look at how beautiful that is.
That's gorgeous.
If you want to try, but also you've got to try something else I brought. Everybody make pumpkin pie, right?
Arm.
Pumpkin pie is great, but try acorn squash instead of pumpkin.
So no pumpkin at all.
No pumpkin at all in there. And I want you to try this real quickly.
I need the whipped cream.
Stand back. He's got the whipped cream. And I'll give you a fork.
Thank you so much.
You're going to declare this is the best. You must declare
that
this
is
better than pumpkin pie. But you would never know if I didn't tell you that it wasn't pumpkin, because it tastes so much.
It's delicious. I actually wouldn't know.
And it has honey in there instead of just pure granulated sugar. So it's a little bit healthier for you as well.
Very good.
Isn't that great?
Very good. I love it. So many uses for squash that we didn't know about.
Uses. And you can see here our little dumplings, how they're turning out, and they look beautiful. And they end up looking just like this. Roll them in granulated sugar with a little bit of cinnamon in, and you are good to go.
Oh my goodness, Chef, thank you so much. Always a treat to have you. I'm going to enjoy these treats in just a second. We're going to again have all these recipes on our website, WXYZ.com. Just check the scene on 7 section. We'll be right back.